All praise unto Yahweh Shema Shabbat Shema Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, and honest you brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So this is going to be another video going into the rising and living costs out here within the UK. And this is going to be the same situation that's being experienced throughout the four corners of the earth, in America, wherever you may be, as Esau basically gets ready to set up this NWO agenda. And part of that is going to be the chaos. And we read the scriptures, and I'm going to read a precept in the book of Mark, the 13th chapter in a second. We're going to read a precept, and it's going to let you know that this is a part of this impending chaos of a lack of bread, right? A lack of food, a lack of resources. This impending doom that's coming upon the earth. That's all a part of the plan. But it comes from the Heavenly Father. And it's not Esau that's doing it. The Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai, is using the Red Hebrew Edomite to execute his plans, because the scripture does say there was going to be a time such as none like it before. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. And this is what we're seeing throughout the four corners of the earth getting ready to be set up within the world, man. We're getting ready to see the time of Jacob's trouble. So I'm going to go into this and speak about each segment and try and make a few points. And then we're going to go hit a few precepts. It says the cost of living, everything that will cost more in April. So as of tomorrow, which today is the 31st of March, and this article was written pretty much 7 minutes ago or whatever, right? Oh, it was written today and published, sometime today. But a brother had posted this within the chat. I suppose it's been updated 7 minutes ago or whatever, right? But 1:54 p.m. So this is what's going to be the situation out here within the UK. Now, what I find interesting is that the increases in cost of living, right, is not reflected in the amount of money that you're going to get back from whatever company that you work for. See, if you work in Costa, how much do they have to raise the prices up in Costa for you to be able to afford these increases? Unless you're in London living and sharing a room, of which that's demonic as all hell. But the reality of the situation is a lot of people are simply going to get priced out the market. A lot of people are simply going to be going to the food banks. And it's all right if you're in the so-called middle class for now, but there's going to come a time when these price hikes are going to start affecting the so-called affluent, but not necessarily the wealthy, but, the middle class, the guy that's got a couple of cars now, he has to pay more on his cars or his energy bills. The guy that's got the big house, he couldn't quite make the payments, but he's got the big house now. See, that guy's going to lose his house. He won't be able to afford it, right? The council tax bills have gone up. The energy bills have gone up. You're going to lose that house, all right? So this pain is coming all over the face of the planet. And the Most High is going to have it so. In order for us to get through to the birth of the kingdom, well, we're going to go through the birth pains. Let's start here. It says energy bills are not the only costs which will add pressure to the already squeezed households as hikes in council tax, broadband prices, mobile phone tariffs, and look how everything is just come at once, letting you know it's all set up, man. It's all set up, man. It's all set up to let you know that we're getting into Esau's time when he was going to come down having great wrath, because he knows he has a short time. And part of that financial chaos is that thing that's happening out there within the Ukraine right now. That's part of that financial chaos. That's going to mean food prices are going to go through the roof, because they're a part of the fertilizer fertilizer production. They're an important part of the fertilizer production again, for lack of a better word. And we also know with the Ukraine thing, that's also going to disrupt already severed or already bleeding global supply chains. Okay, soaring energy bills are not the only costs that will add pressures. So we read that. So let's just go through as much of these as I can. So it says here, sewage bills are set to add an extra £73 burden onto consumers. The rise in energy caps could add an extra £58 a month. So this is going to be an extra £700 that you're going to have to find from somewhere. But consumers will also feel the squeeze as council tax and broadbands and phone tariffs and sewage, etc., will rise this month, right? Let's see. So energy bill, £700 increase. From the 1st of April, 18 million households on standard tariffs will see an average increase of about 600 to 700 pound, right? Right. So from 1,300 to 2,000 pound extra, yeah, you're gonna just have to find. So if you're working on slim margins, you better believe out here within the UK, they walk around with that posh accent, but there's a lot of people that are functioning on a budget where they can't even squeeze together 200-300 pound extra a month. Their disposable income is about like 150. For the vast majority of the people within the UK, that's a standard normal way of living. You get a couple of, once your bills are paid, you got a couple of hundred pound left over. Energy firms will be able to increase bills by 54% as the new cap is introduced, right? Next thing, right? Eating out and going out, and this is a British staple right here. It says the cost of buying a pub meal, soft drinks, or hotel stay could be more expensive from April as VAT levels across the hospitality sector will lift back to 20%. Martins, which operates around 1,500 pubs, said it will increase their prices of pints by 45%. So this is about 5%, right? Again, it might seem like it's trivial, but the cost, it all adds up. National insurance, this is all this is what gets taken out your check. For employees, they would previously pay 12% on earnings up to £50,270 and 2% on anything above. From April the 6th, the rate goes up to 13.25, right? And 3.25 respectively. So you're going to be paying more on your tax for self-employed, 9 and 2 to 10.2 to 3.25, right? Supermarket bills, annual food bills. This is an important one. You see how the squeeze is coming, man? You see that? That's a squeeze right there. That's a major squeeze. And the government's saying, oh, we'll give you £150 to take a little bit of the pinch off of your energy bills. What do you mean £150? Dude, I got to find £1,000, right, out of thin air to pay these energy bills. And you're going to give me what? Some dust or something, whilst I'm in the proverbial grave. Come on, bro. That's ridiculous. Okay. Supermarket bills are set to rise by £180. Okay. Groceries rose 3.8 over 4 weeks. Over 4 weeks, right? To the 23rd of January compared with the same period last year. So things are getting very tight, man. Things are getting very tight, and we can see that the Most High is getting ready to unleash upon this place, man. This time of a great tribulation. So let's start here within the book of Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, Jeremiah 30. And then we go to the book of Mark. This is all prophesied within the scriptures. Okay, the time of temptation, the hour of temptation. These are things that are spoken about within the scriptures. And we look forward, man. Look, man, I look forward to this, man. See the proud look of all these devils come. Because we know the men of the Lord are going to eat. The men of the Lord are going to eat. Now, we might have to go a couple of days, few days, whatever. But, we ain't going to die from hunger, man. Now, we might die because Esau is going to touch the prophets. But we ain't going to die from hunger. You better believe that. Our families ain't going to die. The ones that the Most High, from our families chooses to be part of it. They ain't going to die from malnutrition, man. They ain't going to die because they haven't had a sandwich in 4 weeks. It's not what's going to happen to them. That's not a part of the story. Jake be worried about things that ain't written within the story. Okay, worry about what's written within the script, man. Right? The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord saying, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, the God of Israel. Write all these words that I have spoken unto thee in a book. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Judah and Jerusalem, or Israel and Judah, Slakia. Saith the Lord, and I'll cause them to return to the land that I gave their fathers to possess it. Right? Skip down. Alas, that day is great, for none is like it. Is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay, and that's what we hope. We hope to be saved out of this coming troubles upon the earth. Let's go to the book of Malachi. Mark. It's the book of Mark, the 13th chapter. Go straight to the point. Mark 13:8. For nation shall rise up against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Shall be earthquakes and troubles. And they shall be famines and troubles, Salakia. These are the beginnings of sorrow. So that's what we're going to see, man. And Yahweh Shemi outside right, man. Right? Wipe the smug face. Oh, these proud ass Edomites, man. All right. So with that, I'm going to say, oh, praise unto Yahweh Shemi outside Bashim HaKoach HaKodash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. And honor she brothers to be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.